Neighbourhood houses are a one-stop shop for a whole range of needs that arise in regional communities. Neighbourhood houses came out of the women's movement in the 70s, and it was really around responding to community need. The core purpose of neighbourhood houses has never changed. So in many cases they started out providing childcare, basic training, there might have been education classes. All of that still happens in neighbourhood houses. But they've also evolved to respond to emergencies and acute shocks in communities. Social connections and being connected to each other is vitally important for our mental health. Loneliness is a big issue in our community, and mental health is also quite a large issue. So we try to respond to that by providing social connections opportunities around things like our community lunch. Our most popular staff member, Honeybell Lollipop, is always there to meet and greet everybody that comes in the door. We have these 5 or 6 gentlemen that come along every Friday and they cook a delicious meal together. It's about the friendships that have been developed, the social connection, the opportunity to get out of the house.
In the past we had strong connections to sporting clubs and associations, we had strong connections to a church group, we had strong connections to our community through so many avenues that people could find an avenue that suited them and they were happy with and comfortable with. And we've really lost that community connection, and I think that's where the neighbourhood houses bring it back. And it doesn't matter where you come from or what you do, it's a place where everyone can come and be part of something bigger than themselves. I think people are yearning for that, what we had in the 80s and 90s, where you knew your neighbour, where you're part of a bigger community, and that's what neighbourhood houses provide. And it's a nice, happy, safe place that they can go to that a lot of people don't have in their lives anymore.
Some of the things that we do just here at Morwell are, we have a food bank that operates 3 days a week. We always have pet food available because we know from conversations with our community that in many cases they will feed their pets above themselves. So in this room, this is our storage room. So we store all our food bank items, our sanitaries, our personal care items, toiletries, shampoos, nappies. Our frozen meals that we can heat up are also in here as well. We have classes and workshops, a repair cafe, a free store, community events, and community garden, internet access. You can pop in here, recharge a scooter, grab a coffee, borrow a lawnmower, and the list goes on. Oh, if you need to, you can come in and have a shower. We have quite a lot of people that actually use the shower facilities. So this room's our computer hub, so we have computers that happen in here, computer classes. We have a biocultural worker that supports our multicultural community, and her role is largely around being a connection between stakeholder services and the multicultural community, helping people understand forms, translating that information, helping them access support services that they might need to integrate into the community.
I work with mainly Rohingyan people, but supporting other multicultural community living in Littoral Valley. But my main work is with Rohingyan people, and most of people are asylum seekers and come here to establish their home here.
Here some need help, some paperwork, I don't understand, come in here, need help, like this.
We've introduced a hairdresser. We want to address personal care issues because we're looking at whole person support.
It's more of a self-esteem thing to actually feel really good for the people that come in. I'm cutting Laura's hair today. She's our first guinea pig.
Hello.
I was working with the homeless down in Melbourne. I did it for 4 years.
Well, I was homeless for 6 months.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was living in the railway shed, and it was hard. And then when I had to have a shower, I went to the petrol station. Like you'd seen at the bottom, because you don't have a place to live at that time. So, people that you were friends with, that's when they distance themselves a bit from you.
We want people to feel good about themselves, and we know that when we have a little bit of pampering or, even just a small trim, you feel a bit better about yourself.
I'm living in Traralgon at the moment. People still struggle even with the rental assistance because you still get the bills on top of that. So it is hard.
As we go into a recession, we know it will have a very big impact. We know we're going to see unemployment rise and more people will be living and existing off government benefits, which means more people will be teetering on the poverty line. So certainly we're looking at that and we're trying to position ourselves that we can respond accordingly. I feel like the role of neighbourhood houses will only expand in our communities. It's a hard thing to put a dollar figure on, so it's vital that neighbourhood houses are connected and supported to grow to support their communities.